I plan to sneak 4 accounts into the best money makers, right under the nose of thousands of PKs that are looking for them, and then AFK without them even knowing that I'm there. Let's go. So I want to make a ton of accounts in this game mode, but the first one I want to start with, I want to gain access to the Elven Lands. Now that area auto unlocks in bracket 2, so only a complete idiot would do a massive quest chain to unlock it in bracket 1, and I'm just the man for the job. On this account I'm going to go Sigil of the Menacing Mage, as 20% chance to hit 12 damage and it also heals you for the same amount. Straight over to Lava Dragons because this place is going to be rammed soon, so I just want to get here really. Get my prayer up because I'm going to need 43 for protection prayers, and hopefully might even get lucky with some drops too. This is crazy. Everyone's doing Tree Gnome Village because quests give 10 times the reward XP they normally do as well. Quest complete, 51 attack, but I really just want this for the spirit trees to be able to travel around. Got to do a bunch of quests, and the worst part is having to get all the supplies myself because there's nothing on the GE just yet. Plague City complete, and whilst I've been doing this, I've started a new account and I've started to AFK skill on it. This account's just in the Tree Gnome Stronghold, so it's a safe zone, and I can literally do a ton of things here. There's fishing, there's mining, there's wood cutting, so obviously I can do fletching, fire making, and things like that as well. Biohazard complete, and so far, touch wood, very quiet where I am. And that's 50 agility on this account already, which means I can do the final quest that I need to do. I've also started a third account now, and this one has got the most to do, but for now it's just going to AFK here over by the Hill Giant. There's no one else around, and as soon as it dies I can just run straight back over here with another starter staff, completely AFK, and he has the Mage Sigil which is healing him for more damage than he's taken. Red stats are coming along quite nice as well, 65 woodcutting, 60 fletching, and he's training Mage in the safe zone over at the Terror Birds. That's Underground Pass complete. That means in a world full of PKs, I'm the only one that can access the Elven Lands right now in this bracket. Before I go over though, I need to train my mining up. I need level 70 mining. Now that blue is semi-AFK, I can actually do some quests on the red account, and that is Waterfall complete for some crazy XP. So I've come over here to the Haunted Mine to mine, because not many people know you can mine the veins in here. But this quest does give a ton of strength XP, so I've no idea if we're going to get people here or not. So far so good, 64 mining, and I haven't seen anyone at all. Red is now in combat bracket 2, so I'm going to use my Arrow Protection just to get myself a load of prayer levels whilst I can't get PK'd. So far so good, red getting his prayer up, black now in the Gnome Stronghold doing all those things that are in the safe zone, and blue trying to get that level 70 mining for what I think will be an amazing moneymaker. That's crazy, 131,000 GP some Onyx Bolt tips have just sold, and the exchange rate is 33 to 1 right now, which means every GP I make in this game mode, I can swap it over to 07 if I want for 33 times the amount, so that drop's like worth 5 million GP for just a standard drop off the drop table. And this is level 70 mining coming in. I can't wait to try this out. I think it's going to be crazy good, but we'll see. I wouldn't normally spend money in a game mode like this because I'm here to make money. But this is going to be so worth it. So I'm going to swap over 40 million GP from 07. And the rate's gone down to about 20 to 1. That's going to give me 2 million GP in this game mode. So what I want to buy with this is the Sigil of Enhanced Harvest. Now this gives you 5 times the resources you normally would from mining, fishing, woodcutting or farming. Which is just insane. I also want to get the Sigil of Storage, which has a 90% chance to send anything you gather to the bank. I do want one more Sigil, but I'm going to have to earn some more money before I can buy that one. I've given all that ore over to the other account as well, so I can now train smithing in a safe zone too. The downside to this method is I have to come through the Underground Pass multiple times. This is going to be home for this account for as long as possible. Over here, there are 4 Addy Rocks and 2 Rune Rocks. And this early in the game mode, cash is king. Because bars can be smithed into items and out, they'll always retain their value. Which is why I've gone to such great lengths to find a place where there's probably not going to be any PKs or anyone else competing with me. But I just don't know how long that's going to last for. So there you go, every ore that I mine is sending 5 to the bank for me. Crazy. That's 1 hour just there. That's all I need for the Sigil that I want to buy. But that's made me around 800, 900k, which is 16 to 18 million GP per hour. So the last Sigil I want is the Sigil of the Infernal Smith. And what this does is it sends bars back instead of ore. So that same hour that I've just done will be worth about 30 to 40 million GP. And there it is, literally had to empty my whole bank to pay for that 901k. But we finally have it. Whilst that account is semi-AFK and printing some money, I can now concentrate on red, which can do the Myra Keith questline. And this whole area auto unlocks in bracket number 4, so you'd have to be a complete idiot to do it in bracket 2. That's a taste of Hope complete, which just requires Sins of the Father for what I want to do, but with low combat stats that might not be as simple as it sounds. More Addy bars, 2.75 mil that sold for 1 hour of Addy mining. Rates down to 10 to 1 already, but even still 27 million for 1 hour, can't complain. Another 3 mil. I mean, such amazing money, but the exchange rate is tanking faster than I've ever seen before. I hope I can kill this guy with 64 attack and 60 strength. I don't want to go up another bracket. Out of food, 120 health left. And I can't even escape because in combat in Deadman world you can't teleport. Oh wait a minute, can I get out? I'll get in. God, that was lucky. That was lucky. Take 2, brought a load of Sarah brews and hopefully that'll see me through. Did get him quite low last time with just normal food. Although that didn't include the final phase, which is the worst part of the fight. Get in. God for that. So I'm in bracket 2 and I have access to the Vise. I've seen one other person around in the area. I spoke to him, he seems okay. But there's not really going to be any PKs here, you wouldn't have thought. And this is the best AFK spot probably in the whole game. You can completely AFK here. This account is set up as well as my miner. 2 accounts done, 2 accounts to go. 3 sigils in just 56 kills. I'm not going to get the best ones in bracket 2, but even still they are dropping like crazy. Going to use my safety deposit box after each run as well, just chuck a load of high priced items in there, so I'm not even really risking doing this. This is the person I've been speaking to, he's going to go up to the next bracket. I'm going to stay here, I think. You do get 3 times the normal drop rate in the next bracket, I only get 2 times here, but I just think it's far less likely for a PK to come in this bracket. I paid off the 40 million that I borrowed earlier as well, and I'm now up to 119 million GP made. First blood shard on the account. That's about 4 million GP right now. Sigil of Last Recall, that's one of the better ones. Probably the best I can get in this bracket, to be honest. 5.3 mil, very nice. It's worth it, isn't it? The money I'm making, it's just worth buying. Blood shard number 2, this account's on fire today. Another couple of hours mining, 5.6 million GP. These bars are still selling really well. And these are the other bars I sold earlier today. And this is a big level. This is 85 mining coming in, which means if you thought Addy was crazy money, Rune is going to be just insane. I'm so looking forward to it. It's so sad. Looking forward to mining. This is what Deadman mode does to you. 851 Runeite bars. What do we think? 14 mil. And that was like an hour of Rune and an hour of Addy bars. So with those 2 accounts set up, I can now concentrate on this account. It's been AFK trained at stats, but what it really needs, unlike the others, is a big combat level. So I need to find somewhere no one's going to expect. Did you even know swamp crabs were a thing? Well, they are. They're really out the way, and judging by the fact that I've seen no one else in this area on my VAR account, I'm hoping that no one comes here either. Since the other 3 accounts are pretty much AFK, I can now concentrate on the 4th and the final account. Green is going to be pure combat based, and the only one that's going to go to bracket number 5. He's risking nothing at all so he can AFK with his starter weapons in the background, just get as many levels as you can. 60-minute protection timer. Of course, there's only one place to get your prayer up as well. We're now in the Warriors Guild, and it's absolutely rammed as predicted. That's why you don't create a safe zone, which is great for training. He's AFK, Firewatch account's AFK, Swamp Crab's AFK, and the only one I have to do really anything on about every 30 seconds to a minute is the Rune Rocks. What? I thought upstairs was busy. That's crazy. This is 85 range coming in on this account, and this account has the hardest thing to do of all of them. One of the longest quest lines in the entire game, some of the toughest bosses, and the highest requirements that you can get. It's the third person here now as well as myself. There's one guy on the Rune Rocks who split the world, so he's doing half the Rune Rocks and half the worlds, and I'm doing half and the other. It seems to be just enough, and now there's an Addy miner as well. I can't complain though, I've had this area for a few days and I've made hundreds of millions of GP from it. Jagex have just cut down the amount of worlds in tier 1, so we're down to 5 worlds, and there's 3 of us mining in that area, and it's probably not going to end well, to be honest with you, so I think I'm going to sell my dragon pickaxe. It's not that much faster, and as someone that really PKs, if I'm thinking about killing them, they're probably thinking about killing me too. Sold the pick, moved everything over, and I'm now up to 485 million GP, and I reckon about 80% of that's from this mining account alone. I think I've got enough rune defenders for now. The combat account is in bracket 5 already, and the sole purpose of this account is to be a sigil farmer. Some of these are worth ridiculous money. These are over a combat level of 100 as well, so they have the best sigil drops in the game. And my theory for this area is this: it drains your stats while you're here. But I'm just going to use super restores instead of prayer potions, which will boost my stats back up anyway. But even still, you'd normally drain your health quite quickly. But I'm using the Sigil of Resilience, which I think is just very underrated, and it restores your hit points at 10 times the normal speed. And if someone comes in, these trolls absolutely dive bomb you as soon as you walk in, so it's very hard to attack anyone else in here. My miner died. He's AFK. No. I knew it was going to happen though. I just had that feeling. But realistically, I always knew once these areas are found, the PKs are just going to keep coming back. So that is the blue account retired, but he can hold his head up high. I'm going to sell for sigils first though, because these are worth a fortune as well. Firewatch account coming in with another blood shard, stepping up since we've lost the other account. Second emblem and a rune pouch note as well. No big sigils yet though. Sigil of Aggression, that's worth a lot of money I think. 26 mil get in. And the final account, the big one, now has the stats to do 2 huge quests. There's a Treasure 2 and the Secrets of the North, which auto unlocks in bracket number 5. What kind of idiot? Oh yeah. There's a Treasure 2 complete, and I get a massive XP lamp. So I'm going to dump these all into range. Trinket of Vengeance. Forgot these things even existed, to be honest. First one I've seen. 1.6 mil, not bad. For the boss I want to do, I want to buy some items. And the first one is the Region Bracelet, which doubles the amount of health that you get back. And it stacks with the Sigil of Resilience. So instead of restoring your hit points at 10 times the normal speed, with this, it's 20 times the normal speed. Plus those stack with the Rapid Heal Prayer. So that means my health is going to regenerate at 40 times its normal speed, which is 40 health every minute. Need a cannon, and I need to bring the money for the cannon with me as well, because unfortunately there's none selling on the GE. And this is a mining hotspot, so I would imagine there's going to be PKs as well. Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky. Quest complete, let's get the hell out of here. Sigil account just got a Guardian Angel, that's another good one. Used about 3 million GP in cannonballs, just run out, but that's okay because this is 99 range. Bought myself a blowpipe, just 2 million GP, that is so cheap. Good news is that Zulrah scales are only 40 GP each. The bad news though is that Rune Dart's 400 GP each one. When I was doing Secrets of the North, I decided to mine some Icy Basalt, which lets you teleport there. Now in bracket 5 where it auto unlocks, it would be so risky to mine there, so I figured why not try to sell it for a ridiculous price on the GE, and as you can tell, selling for 50,000 GP each one. And that's why I just love this game mode. I've been saving my money for the sigils I'm going to need, but the sigil of titanium has dropped 10 million GP overnight. So I've got a bit of spare cash, so I thought I'd buy myself a Missouri helm, just 3 million GP. This is the cash I've made so far, 770 million GP, all in blood shards and sigils, all adding up now. This is my setup. Sigil of Precision gives me 50% more accuracy against any monsters. Sigil of Resilience, which with the other things it stacks with, gives me 40 HP back every minute. Plus the Sigil of Titanium, which reduces any attacks that I take by 60%. Which means I can take on Leviathan and avoid most of the mechanics in the fight. Any chip damage in the last phase I'll simply heal through, and I'll probably only have to run around the back of it once or twice at most, hopefully just the once. The downside is though the exchange rate between Deadman and 07 has absolutely crashed to like 3 to 1 I think it is at the moment, and normally that's okay because I'm going for items which even if the exchange rate crashes they normally hold a good value themselves. The Desert Treasure 2 bosses don't have an increased drop rate, so you would think the items will be worth a lot of money. And unfortunately, the top is 60 million and the bottom is 40 million GP. So after all that hard work, it's probably not worth doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Probably do like 100 kills or so and see if we can get lucky. That's 100 kills, no drop, it still made about 7 million GP, the normal drop table is not too bad. If I sold all my gear and my sigils now, I'd probably be up to about 1 billion GP, but I did want to make 5 billion this Deadman. But I'm not going to go out with a whimper. There's one boss, for some reason, even though it's an easy boss, the items are always worth a ton of money. So it's back to good old reliable. For this though, I'm going to need some ecumenical keys. You beauty, it's the top as well, the most valuable piece of the lot. It wasn't the 5 billion, but 1 billion GP in 10 days. I can't complain. Bring on the next one.